Let's turn to politics. Jennifer, you wrote a few days ago that if former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is not the nominee, it will be Donald Trump. And then you outlined what Haley must do so that, quote, we might actually see a competitive race rather than a coronation for a would-be dictator. I set that up because I want everyone to watch this.
That election, Trump lost it. Biden won that election. And the idea that he's gone and carried this out forever to the point that he's going to continue to say these things to scare the American people are wrong. We've seen a lot of states come together and do more election integrity bills. We need to do more than that. We still have 3 or 4 states that I'm worried about that don't have that. But at the end of the day, I will always defend and fight for the Constitution. That's what we should do as Americans. I think what happened on January 6th was a terrible day, and I think President Trump will have to answer for it.
So is that what you had in mind, or should you do more of that, or is it too little too late?
Well, that was a minor start. I certainly wish I probably both wish that they had really taken it to Donald Trump. Unfortunately, both these candidates, both Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, are afraid to death of the base, which has become very radicalized, which has adopted the big lie. And so they've kind of danced around it. And instead, they spend most of their time sniping at one another. Now, that said, I think Nikki Haley is actually in the best position she's been in since the race began. And that's because of 2 things. One, Christie dropped out this week, and he was someone who was absorbing at least part of the anybody but Trump vote. And the second thing is that Ron DeSantis has just never gotten off the ground. He's been a terrible candidate. He has been robotic and just downright weird. And voters have not taken to him. So in the most recent polls, it looks like Nikki Haley has gone ahead of Ron DeSantis. And that was actually one of my items on the checklist of things she has to do, which is I think she needs to come in second. She needs some momentum. I think she has got a good chance to come in second. But obviously, the distance between her and Donald Trump is very, very large. And that remains a problem. So is she running for second place, or is she positioning herself so that she actually might have an opportunity to pass him in New Hampshire, where she's running much, much closer?